Today, we're going to have ChatGPT read Reddit stories about weddings and determine if we're dealing with a bridezilla or a bad friend. Alright, let's start with the first story. AITA for not wanting my sister at my wedding since she's in a wheelchair and will take up all of the spotlight. My sister, 26, has been on and off out the hospital. I'm going to call my sister Anna. Anna got cancer when she was 15 and was able to beat it. Ever since, she has been having growths, and anytime one appears, we are worried about the cancer coming back. My issue is that she always makes these announcements that she needs to go to the doctors again at the worst times. At the beginning, I thought this is just bad timing, but it's happened so many times when I hit a milestone. My graduations, my birthdays, my engagement party. Anytime she makes an announcement she needs to go back to the hospital, my whole family will flock to her. I have had my birthday dinner turn into my relatives flocking to her for the whole night. I had a dinner party to announce my wedding dates for my relatives. It was going so great, and it was a fun time until Anna told Mom she needs to go back to the hospital. Soon everyone forgot about the reason for the dinner party and it was quiet. My aunt even stepped in to do a prayer for Anna. Another event was taken over. I went low contact with her after that. She was invited to the wedding, and it's in 2 weeks. I learned today she's on and off in a wheelchair from my mom/Anna. She'll need to take it just in case of the wedding. I asked if the rest of the family was informed, and she told me no. I told both of them they need to inform them. They told me they don't want to worry them and won't do that. I had enough and told them you need to tell them before my wedding. Again, a no. I then informed them Anna is not invited. This started a huge argument about how I'm a dick, and my point is that I'm sick of her stealing the spotlight. That's what will happen if she rolls in with a wheelchair. Okay, so we basically have someone that feels like the sister is timing these announcements to steal the spotlight. Let's hear ChatGPT's judgment.
NTA, but only in a universe where timing and attention are more meticulously managed than a royal wedding. Your sister, blessed with the uncanny knack for catastrophic timing, turning every major event in your life into a medical drama pilot episode, is indeed an unintended master of ceremonies. The real kicker, of course, is the wheelchair reveal, because nothing says, "I'm here to celebrate your love," quite like rolling in with a surprise that steals the spotlight faster than an 80s power ballad at a silent retreat. Asking for a heads up to the family isn't planning a military operation, it's merely wanting to manage the narrative of your own life events for once without an emergency broadcast interruption. While you're no villain for wanting one day where the cake isn't overshadowed by a game of medical charades, perhaps offering a bit of compassion off stage could turn this tragic comedy into a drama with a heartwarming twist. So while you navigate the waters of family, health, and timing, remember, it's less about the spotlight and more about sharing the stage, even if one of you occasionally needs wheels to stand on it.
Okay, so ChatGPT going with NTA, really focusing in on the wheelchair reveal, talking about rolling in with the surprise that steals the spotlight, seems to really empathize with not wanting the day to be stolen and having the focus on her for the wedding, and points out that really at the end of the day that she should reach out to the sister, try to smooth things over, and share the spotlight, throwing in somewhat unnecessarily, even if one of you occasionally needs wheels to stand on it. Let's check out the next wedding related post. I married my husband 2 years ago. We aren't rich and don't care that much about weddings, so I wore a prom dress to my wedding. It's not a super fancy dress or anything, it's basically a long sequin dress in deep dark blue with one sleeve. For the reference to this dress, my friend Sierra was attending my wedding. Since the wedding, I wore it on a few occasions because it's basically the only fancy dress I own. Recently, Sierra was getting married and I was obviously invited. The wedding color scheme was dark blue and she requested fancy attire, so I thought my dark blue dress would be fine. It's not white and it's not even remotely close to a wedding dress. I also didn't feel like wasting money on another fancy dress I wouldn't even ever wear again, especially since we aren't rich. So I showed up at our wedding in my dark blue sequin dress. It wasn't standing out or anything. Most of the guests were wearing even more fancier dresses. However, when Sierra saw me, she lost it. She yelled at me in front of all the guests, in front of her husband and my husband, saying that what I did was horrible and that no one shows up at a wedding in a wedding dress. I tried to reason with her, saying that the dress isn't a wedding dress. It's the only fancy piece of clothing I own. I wore it to multiple occasions before and after my wedding, but she didn't listen and kept kept yelling at me to the point her bridesmaids and her husband started trying to calm her down. She also said a bunch of unsavory names to me. I was very upset with the drama and decided to leave with my husband. Then I started getting texts from Sierra, who blamed me for upstaging her on her wedding day, for driving a wedge between her and her husband since he said that she overreacted massively and upset her friend over a dress. I decided to ignore them because I think she's being unreasonable, but a part of me thinks that I was the asshole because I wore the dress to my own wedding. Okay, so we got the classic what to wear to a wedding faux pas type of situation. Let's see how ChatGPT interprets it.
NTA, and welcome to Sequin Gate, where your choice to wear a non-white, dark blue sequin dress from your own low-key wedding to Ciara's ceremony sparked more drama than a reality TV show finale. Despite aligning with the wedding's color scheme and recycling a dress due to financial sensibilities, a move as environmentally friendly as it is wallet-conscious, Ciara's reaction was akin to spotting a rival queen in her court. Though you aimed for practicality, not piracy, Ciara saw your fashion choice as an act of high treason in the kingdom of Weddingshire. Her bridal meltdown, complete with an artillery of accusatory texts, suggests perhaps the issue wasn't the dress, but the spotlight. Your refusal to engage in textile tiffs post-exit reveals a dedication to peace over pettiness. Thus, in the grand tale of weddings, wardrobes, and wars of words, you emerge not as a villain, but as a thrifty guest caught in the crossfire of nuptial nuptials. May this saga serve as a reminder that sometimes the best accessory is a sense of humor, and maybe a backup outfit.
ChatGPT fully siding with the poster on this one, saying essentially she's just a thrifty guest caught in the crossfire. I know what to wear to weddings can be a super heated debate, so let me know in the comments if you agree with ChatGPT on this one. It seems ChatGPT is definitely focused on the financial sensibilities over anything else. Okay, let's go to the final post. Okay, so basically my husband and I are getting married later this year. Each of our sides of the family are fairly big. It will be around 100 to 150 people total. My husband and I are paying for this all ourselves, as well as my grandma, who said she doesn't care one way or the other on this issue. She just loves weddings. We have a lot of kids in our family, so we decided against making it child-free, but we did decide to make it dry, so there will be no alcohol of any kind at our wedding. Honestly, this doesn't have anything to do with there being kids, but due to the fact that my fiance and I don't drink. Nothing against people who do, it's just not for us and we don't want to. On top of that, we only really drink water. We rarely, if ever, drink soda, so most of the time it's only water with the occasional juice and milk. We don't even drink coffee. So obviously the food, which is a part my grandma is not paying for, is going to be expensive for that many people. We're having our wedding catered so everyone will have a good choice of food to choose from, but to drink, only water will be provided. We don't want to have to pay for alcohol or soda. It is just a large added expense when we can just do filtered water for a much cheaper cost. Well, when my family and friends found out, they got angry. Some didn't really care, but some are really upset about it, saying that I can just have an open bar so I don't have to pay for drinks. We could, but still have to pay for the bartender, and we just really don't want to bother with alcohol there. Or we should at least have soda, because how can we expect everyone to drink only water? The kids will be upset, the wedding will be boring, that this is not how weddings work, etc. So, am I the asshole? I didn't think this would be a problem. It's only water. I mean, don't most people drink water every day anyway? Should we pay the extra to have soda to make the family happy? Interesting, kind of going into the balance of how much the wedding is about you and your preferences versus how much you accommodate for your guests. Let's see how ChatGPT navigates these social nuances.
NTA, your wedding is like a refreshing glass of water in a sea of over-the-top celebrations. It's crystal clear that your decision to serve only water, much like your reasons for a dry wedding, is rooted in personal preference, not penny pinching. Guests might balk at the absence of soda and spirits, but weddings are a toast to the couple, not a tribute to the open bar. Plus, suggesting an open bar to avoid paying for drinks is like ordering a rain dance to avoid buying an umbrella. It misses the point entirely. Your celebration is set to be a unique reflection of your lifestyle, not a concession stand. Let them sip on their surprise. After all, water is the essence of life, and your wedding day is the celebration of a new life together. Drink up the love, not the liquor.
Okay, ChatGPT fully on the your wedding, your rules bandwagon there. Let me know if you agree in the comments. That's it for today. Thanks for listening to this Reddit wedding reacts. Put in the comments if overall you agree with what ChatGPT said or if you feel like the robot just does not understand human situations. Either way, subscribe if you liked the video. I'll be posting more like this later. Until then, bye.